you're listening to this as a vegan, and you do not, I repeat, do not piss in the sink, can you even say you're a vegan? Right, here is an article which I saw, which, now, I've not read it yet, so as always, we will experience this together. But when I saw the headline, I was intrigued, because apparently there are reasons behind this, and I wanted to find out the reasons, and then I'll give my own views on this quite explosive subject, which I imagine has affected everybody in their life. You may have been knowingly affected by this. You may be the person infecting that infection on people. Anyway, let's get to the article. And the headline of this article is simply why men pee in the sink. Now, peeing in the shower goes without being said. Okay, goes without being said. We all do it. Man, woman and child, we all pee in the shower. We pee in a pool, right? We've peed in hot tubs, jacuzzis, wherever there is water that you can submerge your body or have cascade down upon you, we have pissed in it. Pissing in the sink, however, I imagine would be a hot potato for many of us. Now, let me just clear this up once and for all before we go any further. Have I peed in the sink? Yes, I have. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to stand here and pretend I haven't. I have. Why? I don't know why. Maybe the reason will come up in one of the 5 reasons that this article gives. I can tell you right now, at times it's more convenient and comfortable. The sink is the perfect height for my testicles, and I just allow my, the old meat and veg to hang over into the sink, and I can dispense my offering and then wash up and continue with my day. So, hey, if you've ever wondered, why men do that, we're going to find out. Now, this article is by a gentleman called John McDermott, and John opens with, believe it or not, there are 5 good reasons. John goes on to say, a couple of years back, women on the internet were astounded and repulsed to learn that a significant number of men regularly pee in the sink. If you know a substantial number of men, there's a decent chance there's a sink peer in your life. Are you, gentlemen, listening to this podcast, rascals, the male rascal community of the podcast? Do you pee in the sink? Have you peed in the sink? Is this something that is a regular thing in your toilet visits? If not, maybe you'll be persuaded to become a sink peer. I'm not a full-time sink peer. I have peed in the sink in the past. Sometimes I've been caught short. Sometimes I've been, a little tipsy and can't make it to the bathroom, and I am in the kitchen. Sometimes your partner is in there if you only have one toilet and you have to pee in the sink. Now, is there a difference between peeing in the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink? I would say yes, there is. I would say bathroom sink is okay. Kitchen sink, I'd say maybe avoid that if you can. The conversation, which happened online, started out innocently enough. A lady called Sam Escobar, no relation, asked guys if they have to hold onto their parts while evacuating their bladders, only to have said guys open up about peeing in the sink. Sam Escobar, deputy editor of Allure magazine, tweeted, question for people with penises. How many of you don't use your hands when you pee? Now, completely separate subject. If you're a hands-free pisser, you're off your nut. Right? You need to be in full control during and after urination. Full control. Abhorrent as the behaviour may seem to the opposite sex, I know I'm not alone in the sink peeing habit. Official statistics on sink peeing were unavailable, obviously. There's not enough anecdotal evidence to suggest it's more common than suspected. The world's foremost sink peeing advocate is probably comedian and digital media impresario Adam Carolla. Never heard of him, who's championed the practice for years on his signature podcast, The Adam Carolla Show. Go and check it out after you've listened to mine. There are numerous sink peeing apologists on Reddit. I studied these accounts hoping to arrive at a grand undefined theory for men to pee in the sink, but blah, 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 there's no time to look. Right, here are the 5 reasons given by John McDermott that gives some kind of, gravitas to gentlemen who pee in the sink. Now, if any of these, are reasons that you feel as if you could become a sink peer. Now, listen, also, it's 2020, right? So we can't just hold this back to men. Yes, it's easier for a man to pee in a sink because most sinks are testicle height. Like I said, you just flop it out, hangs over the edge, and you do a pee, right? Maybe you brush your teeth at the same time, clean the wax out your ears, brush your beard. I don't know. I'm not saying I've done that. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But maybe if you're sitting going, hey, I might fancy pissing in the sink, here are 5 reasons why you should. And if any of these reasons, go, hey, there it is. That's the reason for you. And again, ladies, if you want to pee in the sink as well, and any of these reasons, hit home with you, then hey, get on board. Reason number 1, it's quieter. According to John, last year, Reddit user, it's extraordinary, sparked controversy when he admitted he pees in the sink because he has a pathological fear of people hearing him pee. Now, I have known people in the past who have ran a tap when they've gone to the toilet. I don't know if they're a heavy shitter. I don't know if they, some people conduct a large fartsicle when they do a poo. It can be loud. I don't know if people are trying to distract others. I don't know. Some people don't like to hear the sound of their shit hit the water. Some people have got a poor dismount. When I do a shit, and it evacuates, it kind of falls into the water like an alligator returning from land into the pool. Just kind of moves very gently into the water. I've known some people who, when they do a shit, it sounds like someone's gone off the Forth Road Bridge. Fucking spadoosh. So some people like to mask the sound of their movement. That could be the reason. The man may have major hang-ups when it comes to a natural human process, but his tactic does have practical use, such as peeing late at night. Peeing in the sink spares your roommates the sound of you lifting the toilet seat, clanking it against the porcelain to take a loud pee in the darkness, and then having to flush again. So, reason 1, quieter. Okay? If your partner has ever said to you, in the name of God, the noise you make when you go for a piss, maybe it's time to pee in the sink. Second one, it uses less water. Now, if you have ever had a go at your other half or your friends or family about recycling or saving the fucking planet, right? You should be pissing in the sink. If there is a single vegan amongst you listening to this podcast, I'd be surprised. But if there is a single one, if you're listening to this as a vegan and you do not, I repeat, do not piss in the sink, can you even say you're a vegan? Really? Peeing in the sink is actually the green way to go. Instead of wasting 1.6 gallons of water on a flush, you pee in the sink, then you wash your hands in the very same sink, simultaneously washing down the urine and preserving nature's most precious resource. Efficiency. A yellow-green solution, if you will. Not my words, John's words, the author of this article. But it uses less water. You're not flushing the toilet and then washing your hands. You're peeing in the sink, you're washing your hands, and you're washing the piss away. And if you are in full control of the hose during the urination, you could fucking aim for the plug. Make a game out of it. Aim for the plug, right? Why not? Everybody, I mean, we're only 2 reasons in. Cleaner and quieter. We're saving the planet and we're making less noise. I mean, we're saving the world here. Everybody's going curfews at 10 o'clock. We should all be pissing in sinks. Third reason, we're at a party. I don't know what this means. It could get a wee bit weird. Ever been at a party and one dude's using the toilet, so you decide to just use the sink while he goes because you've been waiting forever and no one will ever know? No, this has went weird. What's happened here is I think that he's maybe got 4 reasons and his editors asked him for 5, so he's flung in this weird one. You're at a party and somebody's using the toilet, so you piss in a sink. That's how you get flung out of a party or get a broken jaw, alright? Again, it's an American article written by Americans. They're a bit odd. I think if I was ever at a house party, or I was having a house party, and I walked in to find somebody pissing in my sink because someone else was in the toilet, I think I'd probably kick them down a flight of stairs. So maybe don't... Listen, this is on your own home, right? Peeing in a sink, it needs to be your sink. Let's just clarify that now, John. If you're going to piss in a sink, it needs to be yours. You need to be responsible for that sink, if that's going to be your thing. Reason 4, you have an erection. Again, he's gone off on a weird tangent here. The most common defence for peeing in the sink is that it's the best way to urinate while harbouring an early morning or post-coitus erection. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Now listen, if you don't own a Wally, if you've never had to experience urination through a full erection, you won't understand the difficulty in mastering that. People think that yoga is an ancient tradition from parts of Asia. Yoga was invented by a man who had to pee with a hard-on. You will bend your body into weird shapes in order to urinate with an erection. It's a difficult thing. It's about 60 psi. You could take chewing gum off a wall with it. Some people, if they are a larger gentleman, you're unable to bend in certain ways, or you don't have enough grip in order to manoeuvre said direction. You may, for example, piss off the top of the toilet seat and deflect it in. Alright? Urinating with an erection is a completely different thing. In my opinion, not a valid reason for peeing in the sink. I think if you were going to piss in the sink with an erection, you'd have to come from above, like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, lower yourself down with a pulley system, and then fire the erection piss straight into the sink. Now, with that much pressure, force, and distance from the plug, you probably could rupture the porcelain. If you are in desperate need of a post-sex urination whilst erect, I would suggest standing in the garden and erupting into the field whilst singing something from The Lion King, or simply standing in the shower and allowing yourself to go crazy. The only time when a hands-free pee is acceptable, in my opinion. So, John, I'm not accepting that as a valid reason. And finally, John's just put, "Hey, it's fun," as his final reason. "I used the following excuses when trying to defend sink peeing to my colleagues. It's transgressive." I don't know what that means. "It felt like you're getting away with a victimless crime." This guy needs help. "Sometimes it just feels good to pee differently." Okay. "And maybe I have some primal urge to mark my territory." But those are just different ways of me saying the same thing. Peeing in the sink is kind of fun. I would definitely go with John's first two. Saves water and it's quiet. Definitely. And I think if we are in a world now where we're trying to preserve life, we're trying to make the world a better place, sometimes we want to go with the grand gestures, the big things in life. Maybe we should start small. Maybe we should all start pissing in the sink.